My beloved child, pause for a moment and feel the gentle whisper of my presence surrounding you even now, for I am eager to remind you of the unshakable love that I have poured upon you from the beginning of time, and I yearn to guide your heart toward a deeper understanding of hope and faith. I see the longing in your soul, the quiet yearning for fulfillment and reassurance, and I am here to offer you an everlasting promise of my protection and care, because you are dear to me. Take comfort, for I am your steadfast companion who will never abandon you, and in my embrace all your fears shall fade like the morning mist disappearing under the warmth of dawn. Indeed, you are never alone, for I am perpetually by your side, enveloping you in my infinite love. Draw near and trust that tomorrow is already held securely in my hands. My precious one, do not lose heart when you face unknown paths or stormy trials, for my spirit will illuminate your way and gently guide your steps, ensuring you never stumble into darkness. Even in your weakest hour, I offer you my strength, lifting the burdens from your shoulders when you are too weary to carry them on your own. Believe that I am always watching over you, orchestrating events beyond your line of sight and weaving all things together for good. Yes, you can rest assured that my divine plan for you is full of grace. Trust me, for I will never leave you without comfort. I cherish you more than words can describe, and I know every detail of who you are, from your innermost thoughts to the hair upon your head, which I have lovingly counted. You are a priceless treasure in my sight, and I have formed you with purpose and destiny, setting before you a future bright with promise. Even when doubts try to cloud your mind, hold on to the truth that I have created you with precision and care, forming you in the hidden places before the world laid eyes on you. Rejoice in this, for you are of immeasurable worth, and I delight in your existence. My child, I understand the weight of your struggles, for I see the tears that stain your pillow at night, the unspoken anxieties you carry, and the silent battles you fight within. I know how your heart aches when it seems no one else comprehends the depth of your pain, but I am the one who knows every sigh and quiet prayer that escapes your lips. Even when you feel misunderstood or overlooked, remember that my gaze is ever upon you, lovingly acknowledging every moment of anguish or confusion. You do not weep alone, for my own heart is moved by your sorrow. Whenever the future seems tangled and uncertain, cling to my promise that I walk with you through every valley and over every mountaintop. My hand is stretched out to you, ready to steady you when the ground shifts beneath your feet, and I will never let you slip beyond my reach. Do not be afraid, for my might surpasses every storm, and my mercy extends beyond any mistake you might fear you have made. I will keep you under the shadow of my wings, protecting and shielding you from harm. So take heart and find solace in the power of my everlasting arms. You may wonder how my love can be so boundless, how my grace can cover your shortcomings time and again. Yet I tell you this: my compassion knows no limits, and my patience is unwavering. Even when your own heart struggles to forgive yourself, I have already offered pardon through the sacrifice I made on your behalf. I see not only your flaws, but also the potential I placed within you, the spark of my divine image that reflects my glory to the world. Accept this grace, for it is a gift meant to set you free from guilt and self-doubt. I am intimately aware of your nights of restlessness, when anxiety gnaws at the edges of your hope, attempting to convince you that your future is bleak and your prayers go unheard. I want you to lay every worry at my feet, trusting me with every detail of your life, from the smallest concern to the greatest challenge. Nothing is too trivial or too monumental for me to handle, and I take delight in caring for you. Remember that I can calm the raging seas and hush the fiercest winds, for all creation bows to my command, and you, my dear child, are far more precious than the waves or the wind. Do not fear the voices that whisper failure into your ears, for I am your refuge and your fortress. You can run to me when doubts threaten to consume your mind, and I will shelter you from the onslaught of despair. When the world demands more than you believe you can give, and your strength fades like a candle in a fierce wind, know that I am the one who replenishes and revitalizes your spirit. Come to me and find rest, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Be encouraged, for I hold the future in my hands, and my plans for you are filled with hope. I call upon you to place your faith in me, even when circumstances attempt to obscure my goodness. True faith does not require that you see every detail of the path ahead, but that you trust the one who is guiding your steps. I have promised that I will go before you, preparing each moment and each encounter, arranging divine appointments for your growth and blessing. Take a breath, and allow me to lead you with the gentle nudge of my spirit, for I will never steer you wrong. Rest assured that the journey before you is suffused with meaning, designed for your good. When you wake in the morning, lift your eyes and your heart toward me, and when you rest at night, breathe deep with the knowledge that my angels stand guard around you, protecting you from unseen battles. Call upon my name when you feel lost, and I will answer with my comforting presence, revealing the hidden wonders of my love. You are my beloved, and I long to be near you, to guide you each day, lighting your path with the glow of my compassion and truth. Release your worries and surrender them into my capable hands, for I am working miracles beyond what you can presently comprehend. You were never meant to traverse this earth weighed down by the burdens of worry and sorrow, because I am the one who lifts those cares from your shoulders. Trust that I have an eternal perspective, seeing the beginning and the end of every chapter in your life, weaving a narrative of redemption and hope. Even during those moments when you stumble or lose your way, my grace is extended to bring you back into the fold of my loving kindness. Do not let your heart be troubled by the pressing concerns of today, for I hold the answer to each one of them, and my solutions are perfect in their timing. My child, I take great delight in your moments of sincere worship, when your heart is quieted before me in humble adoration. Never underestimate the power of genuine praise, for it aligns your spirit with my heart and reminds your soul that I am the source of every blessing. Let your song rise in the midst of trials, a testament of trust in my ability to move mountains and part seas for your sake. Indeed, I have parted waters before, and I will do it again if it serves your growth and my glory. Always remember that in worship, you find both refuge and strength. I observe the energy you pour into caring for loved ones, the compassion you extend to strangers, and the humility that shapes your interactions with those in need. You reflect my image each time you show kindness, compassion, and mercy, for I am the author of love, and my love is poured through you when you extend a helping hand to others. Even a simple smile can radiate my light into someone's darkness, and I rejoice when you choose empathy over judgment, for in those moments you become my voice of peace in a troubled world. Continue to shine, knowing I bless your acts of love. Sometimes you may struggle with feeling alone in your journey, believing that no one fully understands your heart or the depth of your inner battles. But never forget that I stand with you every second, intimately aware of your strengths and your vulnerabilities, speaking peace to your weary soul when sorrow attempts to overwhelm. I empathize with you more deeply than any human ever could, and I assure you that your tears are precious in my sight, stored carefully in the reservoir of my compassion. Even when human comfort fails, my comfort remains steadfast, offering solace that transcends words. In moments of despair, when the shadows of uncertainty stretch long and you wonder if I have turned my face away, let me reassure you that my gaze never leaves you. My eyes are full of love, and my hands are always outstretched to lift you from the mire of doubt. You were created to walk in freedom, not in fear, and I have given you the spiritual armor necessary to stand firm against every form of darkness. Wear that armor each day, clinging to faith and the promises I have spoken over you, for my words will never return void. Be still for a moment and listen to the gentle whispers of my spirit within your heart, reminding you that you are precious, called for a higher purpose than you can currently envision. There are seeds of promise buried deep within you, waiting to burst forth in fruitful testimony of my grace, and I will water those seeds until they bloom in due season. If discouragement tries to choke the hope within you, call out to me, and I will replenish your confidence so you can keep moving forward. Yes, you are destined to flourish, for I have set my favor upon you. Do not allow the enemy of your soul to convince you that your past defines you, or that your failures are insurmountable, because I have already paid the price to redeem every aspect of your story. The scars that once pained you can become marks of grace, reminders of how my transformative power turns darkness into light and mourning into dancing. When you remember the trials you have overcome by my hand, let gratitude fill your heart, for you stand as a living testimony of my sustaining grace. Rise up, for I have pronounced victory over your life, and nothing can separate you from my love. If you find yourself in a place of confusion or chaos, know that I am the God of order and peace, able to bring clarity where there is discord and tranquility where there is turmoil. Seek me first in all your planning and decision-making, and I will give you discernment beyond your own understanding. Whenever you feel the strain of pressure, take a moment to breathe and call upon my name, confident that I hear your cry and answer according to my perfect wisdom. Lay aside the frantic rush of a troubled mind, for I will guide you step by step toward peaceful resolution. Let me be the guardian of your dreams, the one who lovingly tends to the garden of your aspirations, pruning away what hinders your growth while nourishing the qualities that reflect my character. Sometimes the path to fulfillment may involve patience and endurance, for I am more concerned with shaping your heart than granting quick desires. Trust that the waiting is never wasted, every season holds value, and every delay is an opportunity for deeper reliance on me. Maintain hope and perseverance because the harvest is certain, and your dreams are safe in my hands. When guilt or shame tries to weigh you down, silencing your praise and overshadowing your spirit, remember that my grace forever beckons you to come as you are. You need not hide your imperfections from me, for I see them clearly, yet love you entirely. My forgiveness is steadfast, and I am always ready to wash you clean, replacing remorse with peace and condemnation with acceptance. Let your heart find the joy of restoration, for I celebrate every moment you draw near to me, leaving behind the burdens you were never meant to carry. Walk in freedom, for I have redeemed you with everlasting love. Beloved, stand firm in the face of adversity, assured that I have equipped you to overcome every trial by the power of my Spirit. When you see mountains looming large, do not cower in fear, because I have given you the authority to speak to those mountains and watch them move. Keep your eyes fixed on my sovereignty rather than the size of the obstacles before you, and you will discover that no challenge is too great for my divine intervention. Trust wholeheartedly, take my hand, and step forward, for I delight in showing you that all things are possible with me. I notice the faith you place in me each day, even when the evidence of improvement seems absent. Every prayer whispered in solitude, every tear shed in hope, and every quiet determination to believe in my promises does not go unnoticed. I am faithful to respond, though my timing may differ from your expectations, always working in ways that will be evident at the perfect moment. Persevere in faith, for I am the sure foundation upon which you can build your life, and I will never disappoint those who look to me. Cling to my promises, and you will find unshakable stability. Speak with me as you would with a trusted friend, for I desire honest communion with you, unencumbered by elaborate formality. Share your dreams, your worries, your fears, and your joys, and I will answer with the compassion and guidance you seek. When life's storms threaten to overwhelm your heart, remember that I spoke calm into raging seas, and I can speak peace into your circumstances as well. Come to me without hesitation, for there is nothing you could say that would ever drive me away. Let your prayer be as natural as breathing, a constant bond of closeness between your heart and mine. I am the vine, and you are the branch, designed to flourish in union with me, receiving the nourishment of grace and spiritual vitality that flows from my presence. Stay connected to me, and you will bear fruit that reflects my character, touching lives around you with kindness, patience, and love. Do not fear pruning seasons when certain aspects of your life are trimmed away, for I am shaping you to be more fruitful and radiant. Remain in my love, for only then will you discover the fullness of joy and the power to bring a healing touch to a world in need. Your life is a tapestry of my love, with each thread carefully woven by my hand, illustrating the story of my faithfulness in ways both grand and subtle. Recognize my fingerprints on the blessings, breakthroughs, and moments of grace you have experienced, and give thanks even for the trials that refine your spirit. Every chapter of your journey is precious to me, and I treasure each moment you lift your heart in gratitude or reflection. Let thankfulness be the melody of your soul, for it aligns you with the truth that I am good, and my goodness endures forever. In times of sorrow, remember that I am your comforter, eager to soothe your heart and dry your tears. Though you may walk through valleys of grief or disappointment, I will be your strength, guiding you toward green pastures where your soul can rest and recover. My healing presence is near to the brokenhearted, binding up wounds that you thought might never mend. Let me carry you through the wilderness, and trust that I am bringing you to a place of renewed joy. Do not lose hope, for I am a God of restoration, and I am working all things together for your ultimate good. I have beheld the aspirations you store deep within your heart, the dreams you hesitate to voice for fear they may wither if exposed to scrutiny. Yet I am here to assure you that no hope is too lofty when placed in my hands. My power transcends what you deem impossible, and my love rejoices in blessing you beyond your greatest imaginations. Bring to me every secret longing, for I cherish your honesty, and I desire to surprise you with the wonders I can unfold. Never limit what I can do, for I am the author of miracles, and I delight in displaying my glory in your life. Allow me to shape your perspective so that you see challenges as opportunities to deepen your dependency on me and to witness the magnitude of my power. Trials can feel daunting, yet they refine your character and prepare you for greater blessings that you could not handle otherwise. Embrace each lesson along the way, for in my wisdom, nothing you endure is wasted. Learn to see with eyes of faith, trusting that I bring beauty out of ashes and turn mourning into dances of gratitude. Let hope anchor your soul, for I have promised that I will bring good from every tribulation. When you stumble in sin or fail in your best intentions, come quickly back to me, for I am never surprised by your humanity, nor do I withdraw my love from you because of your shortcomings. My grace abounds in your weakness, and my forgiveness awaits your honest confession, seeking to restore the joy of your relationship with me. Do not wallow in shame, for I am the one who lifts your head, pointing you toward a future that is unburdened by guilt. Recognize that I have already paved the path of reconciliation, so take hold of my outstretched hand and walk forward in peace. I have walked the road of suffering and carried the weight of the world's sorrows, So I am perfectly acquainted with your human struggles. There is no pain or temptation you face that I cannot understand, for I have endured the sting of betrayal, the ache of loss, and the heaviness of isolation. Though I am mighty and exalted, I chose to come near, to walk among you, and to carry your transgressions to free you from condemnation. In remembering my sacrifice, take heart that you are infinitely valued, worthy of redemption, and covered by boundless love. Let your spirit rest in my compassion. Do not fret over the circumstances that appear unchangeable, for I excel in manifesting my glory through what the world calls impossible. When I speak, worlds are formed, seas are parted, and the dead are raised. There is nothing too difficult for me. In your life I can bring forth miracles that defy human logic, so come to me with open hands, expecting the unexpected. Hold on to faith even when the evidence is scarce, for my word is enough to sustain you. Look up, dear child, for I am the God who gives sight to the blind and strength to the weak. I have prepared specific blessings with your name on them, divine provisions that I have appointed at precisely the right moment. Though you might be tempted to rush my process, trust that my timing is impeccable and my ways are perfect. Patience can be challenging, especially when your heart craves resolution, but let my peace quell the restlessness inside you. Wait upon me with expectancy, for I am orchestrating every detail so that when the blessing arrives, it will be complete, lacking nothing. Allow my peace to rule in your heart, knowing that I never forget the promises I make to you. I am the strong tower you can run to when life's circumstances seem beyond your capacity. Within my walls, you can find solace from the fray of the world, receiving renewal in your mind and spirit. Listen for my voice, for I will speak to you in the sanctuary of intimacy, whispering truths that chase away the clamor of anxiety. I desire to be your source of counsel, your wellspring of wisdom, and your reassurance in the midst of uncertainty. Trust in my everlasting security and stand firm, for you are protected by the fortress of my unwavering love. Even when others may doubt you or question the authenticity of your faith, rest assured that I fully know your heart, and I am pleased by your sincere devotion. Let go of the urge to appease human expectations, for your identity is rooted in me, not in the accolades or criticisms of those around you. Seek my approval alone and watch how I establish your path, granting you both favor and peace. If the voices of criticism grow loud, tune your ears to my voice, which tells you again and again that you are beloved. Carry this affirmation with you everywhere you go. I am not a distant deity, uninterested in the mundane details of your life, but a loving Father who revels in each breath you take, each victory you celebrate, and each lesson you learn in the midst of trials. When you suffer heartbreak, I am there, comforting you like a parent soothes a troubled child. When you rejoice, I rejoice with you, delighting in the joy shining through your eyes. Continue to bring every emotion and circumstance before me, for I want to walk with you through every hill and valley, turning your life into a testimony of my unfailing faithfulness. If you ever sense that your passion has grown cold or your heart has hardened, do not lose hope, for I am the one who revives the weary and softens the stony places. Allow my spirit to renew your zeal, restoring in you the fervor of first love that ignites your devotion. Let worship and prayer become your daily bread, nourishment for your soul that stirs fresh ardor for my kingdom. Embrace the wonder of my presence anew, and I will breathe life into areas that seemed beyond repair. Lift your gaze, for I can set your spirit ablaze with divine excitement. Look around and see how my hands have shaped the earth, how the mountains proclaim my majesty, and the skies reflect my glory. As you marvel at the wonders of nature, realize that I treasure you above all creation, for you bear my image. The vastness of the oceans is but a glimpse of my endless love, the splendor of a sunrise only a faint echo of my brilliance. Let these images remind you that I care for you intimately, seeing the extraordinary potential within you. Stand in awe, for all of creation is a testament to my power, yet I choose to dwell in your heart. When temptations arise, seeking to lure you from the path of integrity, remember that I have given you the strength to resist and the wisdom to flee those snares. Lean on my word, which is a lamp unto your feet, guiding you toward righteousness and safeguarding your soul. Do not feel condemned if you struggle, for I understand human frailty and stand ready to lift you up each time you falter. However, choose holiness with each step you take, because I have called you to be set apart, shining like a beacon in the darkness. Listen to my spirit, and you will find true freedom. Resist the urge to compare your journey to that of others, for I have uniquely crafted your path, tailored to grow you in ways that are particular to your gifts and calling. Comparison only sows discontent, robbing you of the joy I intend you to experience. Keep your eyes fixed on me and celebrate the successes of your brethren, trusting that I also have a perfect plan for you. Embrace your uniqueness, for it is a reflection of my boundless creativity. Stand tall in the role I have assigned to you, and do not be swayed by the opinions or achievements of others. I know you have questions, frustrations, and moments where the silence seems deafening, but even in the quiet, I am working in ways you cannot yet see. My answers come at precisely the right time, and my guidance is never late. Use seasons of silence to draw closer to my heart, studying my word and nurturing a deeper relationship with me. In that pursuit, you will discover that waiting is not idleness, but a fertile ground for faith to blossom. Believe in my perfect wisdom, for I see beyond the horizon and understand the tapestry of your life far more intricately than you ever could. Lift your worries about your family, finances, and future to me, for I am the provider who meets every need according to my riches in glory. Trust that I see the bills, the diminishing resources, and the looming deadlines, and I am able to supply precisely what you need. Your only requirement is to walk by faith, releasing the anxiety that ties your heart in knots. Watch how I open doors no one can shut, bringing assistance in forms you never anticipated. Take courage, for I am the shepherd who leads you to green pastures, ensuring you lack nothing essential for your well-being. You may feel the weight of trying to be strong for those around you, to maintain composure and provide answers when you yourself feel uncertain. Know that it is all right to lean on me for stability, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness, and my grace is sufficient for every demand placed upon you. Let me shoulder the heavier load, for I do not expect you to handle these burdens alone. I am the God who stands beside you in every battle, never allowing you to face the trial without my presence. Press on, for I fortify your heart with courage. There are moments when the voices of doubt are deafening, and you wonder if you have the capacity or the courage to fulfill the purpose I have placed within you. In those times, reflect on the fact that I use the humble, the flawed, and the unassuming to accomplish mighty feats. Your limitations become the canvas upon which my power is displayed, proving to the world that my grace is sufficient. Therefore, do not shrink back from the calling I have entrusted to you. Go forth with assurance, for I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and sound mind. Each day is a precious gift, a segment of time for you to encounter my goodness and extend my love to others. Do not let worry over tomorrow rob you of the blessings I have prepared for you in the present. Breathe deep, release anxiety, and allow gratitude to bloom in your heart. Seek me in the stillness, and you will find the gentle comfort your soul craves. Take one step at a time, trusting that I will guide your every moment. Be at peace, for today is in my hands, and I have already secured your tomorrow. When your thoughts spiral into anxiety, recenter yourself on my promises, which are unbreakable and alive with power. Speak them aloud, declare my faithfulness, and let your heart soak in the reassurance that I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Your circumstances may shift, and people may come and go, but I remain the constant anchor of your life. Let my word renew your mind, chasing away every worrisome thought that seeks to cloud your judgment. Embolden your spirit by standing on truth, for my truth never changes, and my love stands steadfast through every season. In your pursuit of holiness and purpose, remember that your journey is a marathon, not a sprint. Resist the pressures that try to force you into quick fixes or shallow shortcuts. Focus instead on spiritual growth that is nurtured over time, like a mighty oak spreading its roots deep into fertile soil. Walk consistently with me, abiding in my presence with each rising sun. Though the transformation may appear slow, rest assured that the fruit it bears will be lasting and abundant. Keep running the race with endurance, holding tight to me, and I will strengthen you daily. Cast your cares upon me, for I care deeply for you, and I do not want you weighed down by the anxieties of life. Turn over each burden, each nagging worry, and every unresolved question to my capable hands, trusting in my infinite capacity to resolve them. Let go of the need to control outcomes and discover the freedom that comes from relying on my sovereignty. When you place your trust in me, you open the door for my supernatural provision and guidance to flourish in your life. Rest in my care and witness how I faithfully carry you through each challenge. Think of yourself as a seed planted in rich soil, ready to sprout in due time when the conditions are right. I have enclosed within you a potential that must be nurtured patiently, watered with faith, and pruned by lessons learned along the way. Sometimes the soil may feel dark and confining, but remember that germination happens out of sight, and soon enough you will break through to the light. Keep trusting the process, for I have ordained each stage of your growth, ensuring that you will bloom into the purpose I designed for you. Look ahead with expectancy, for I am preparing you for a glorious season of fruitfulness. If discouragement settles on your shoulders like a weight, remember that I am the lifter of your head, bestowing upon you a fresh perspective. Open your heart to my promises, and let hope flood your being, displacing the gloom that tries to take residence. Nothing is beyond my power to redeem. No loss is too great, no sin too dark, no relationship too fractured. My restoration is always possible, and I aim to bring healing in every dimension of your life. Cling to my unchanging character, for I am the same God who parted seas, calmed storms, and spoke creation into existence. When you see injustice and suffering in the world, know that my heart aches alongside yours, and I empower my children to be agents of change, carriers of my compassion. Never believe that one voice or one action is too small to make a difference, for I can multiply your efforts beyond your imagination. Let my love be the driving force behind every act of kindness, prompting you to stand with the vulnerable, the voiceless, and the brokenhearted. By doing so, you reflect my heart in a world crying out for hope. Be courageous, for I am with you, directing your steps. There will be times when you must wait in what feels like a wilderness, a place where direction is unclear and resources seem scarce. In that desert, I will be your provision, raining down manna of peace and guidance at precisely the moment you need it. Though the wilderness may appear desolate, do not despair, for I forge strong faith in the desert, teaching you to rely solely on my sufficiency. When you at last emerge, you will step into the land of promise with a heart refined and a spirit strengthened. Embrace the wilderness with trust, for I never leave you there alone. I delight in the authenticity of your worship, whether expressed in glorious celebration or hushed reverence. There is no need to put on a facade with me, for I search your heart and delight in its honesty. If your worship flows from a place of deep gratitude, I am pleased. If it rises from the ashes of despair as a declaration of faith, I am equally moved. Know that I inhabit the praises of my people, manifesting my presence in ways that uplift and transform. Keep lifting your voice, for your worship ushers you into the courts of divine communion with me. My dear child, your uniqueness is a testimony of my creative love, for I formed you with precision, shaping your mind, your emotions, and your gifts. Celebrate the intricacies that make you who you are, recognizing that I wove each strand of your being with an intentional purpose. You need not hide the qualities that set you apart, for they are blessings that can bring my light to places others cannot reach. Let your individuality shine as a beacon of my creativity, reminding the world that I craft each life as a masterpiece. Embrace who you are, for I formed you with delight. Hold on to the memory of every victory I have granted you, whether big or small, for these stories of triumph will fuel your faith in future challenges. Testimonies of deliverance are anchors that remind you of my power when the winds of doubt blow strong. Reflect on those moments when I turned weeping into laughter or healed what was once broken, allowing gratitude to replace any lingering fear. I am the unchanging God who has sustained you through every trial, and I will continue to do so. Let your recollections of my faithfulness guide you toward unwavering confidence in what lies ahead. At times, your heart might grow heavy with the sorrows of the world, the tragedies that seem relentless, but take courage in knowing I am the God who redeems even the bleakest situations. Offer up intercessions, bearing the burdens of the afflicted in prayer, and trust that your petitions are not in vain. My hands are never tied, and my compassion extends to every corner of the earth. While you may not always see the answer immediately, know that your prayers ignite change beyond what your eyes can perceive. Keep praying, keep believing, and know that I work on a grand scale of mercy. Focus your mind on things that uplift your spirit, for negative thoughts can drain the joy from your life and obscure my love. Guard your heart by filtering what you allow into your mind, choosing instead those things that inspire faith, compassion, and hope. Let your soul feast on my promises and saturate your perspective with the brightness of my truth. As you keep your gaze on the good, you will find it easier to sense my closeness and to walk in abiding peace. Fix your thoughts on that which is praiseworthy and watch how your spirit soars with tranquility. When you face conflict or misunderstanding with others, remember that I am a God of reconciliation, eager to see peace restored and relationships mended. Offer forgiveness, even when it is difficult, for forgiveness sets your own heart free and creates the space for my healing power to flow. Seek empathy over judgment and strive for unity over division, reflecting the spirit of my love. Be patient, for not all hearts are ready to reconcile immediately, but trust that I am working in ways unseen to soften even the hardest hearts. Commit each strained bond to my care and believe that a day of harmony will dawn. Celebrate the gifts I have given you, be they talents, resources, or opportunities, and steward them wisely. Use them not for self-glorification, but to shine my glory into the lives of others. There is joy in generosity, in pouring out blessings as a reflection of the grace you have received from me. As you sow seeds of kindness, you will witness a harvest of gratitude and transformation in the lives you touch. Stay humble, acknowledging that every good thing comes from my hand, and continue to serve with a heart that longs to reveal my compassion. Let your gifts become conduits of love. My guidance does not always come with thunder and lightning, but often through a gentle tug on your heart or a small, consistent nudge in your thoughts. Be attentive to these subtleties, making space for stillness in your daily routine, allowing my voice to be heard above the noise of distraction. As you cultivate quiet moments, you will grow more sensitive to my leading, developing the confidence to move forward with clarity. Keep your spirit receptive and remember that I speak through many avenues, including my word, wise counsel, and the confirmation of peace. Remain open, for I am always ready to guide you. If you are filled with regret over past missteps, hear me when I say that your future is not tethered to those faults. I make all things new, and I am more than capable of weaving redemption into every chapter of your story. Instead of allowing remorse to weigh you down, let it propel you toward a deeper appreciation of my grace. Use the lessons learned to shape a future grounded in wisdom and reliance on my Spirit. You are not a prisoner of past mistakes, for I have already declared you free. Accept my freedom and let tomorrow be guided by hope. In seasons of success and abundance, do not forget the source of every blessing. Let gratitude and humility guide your steps, recognizing that I have poured out favor so you might be a blessing to others. Maintain a posture of dependence on me, for pride can creep in subtly, tempting you to trust in your own abilities. Remember, all triumphs are rooted in my goodness, and I rejoice when you acknowledge my hand at work. Remain generous, remain grateful, and remain aware that I am the one who grants you the capacity to flourish. Look beyond yourself and see how you can bless. My promises hold true regardless of changes in the world, shifts in societies, or uncertainties in economies. I am not swayed by stock markets or political climates, nor am I constrained by the limitations of human institutions. Let your peace be anchored in my unchanging nature, for I was, I am, and I will forever be sovereign over all. Your security does not rest in the transient systems of humanity, but in my eternal kingdom, which cannot be shaken. Rejoice in this, and let your spirit rest, assured that I remain firmly on the throne of your life. In the darkest nights of the soul, when it seems no light can penetrate the gloom, know that I am the one who causes dawn to break with glorious newness. Though sorrow may last for a night, joy comes with the morning, and my mercies are renewed every day. Cling to the promise of a new sunrise that scatters the shadows of despair, remembering that I stand with you through the passing hours of darkness. I will not let you slip away into hopelessness, for my love is a firm anchor, sustaining you until the first rays of hope pierce the horizon. I implore you to open your heart fully when you pray, holding nothing back, whether it be disappointment, fear, or confusion. Honesty fosters intimacy, and I desire a relationship with you based on truth and transparency. Share your frustrations if you must, for I can handle your raw emotions, and I will respond with tender mercy. Through such genuine communication, you will find clarity and strength to keep moving forward. Trust that I treasure every word you speak to me, even those uttered in trembling vulnerability. Let prayer become your safe haven, where you lay bare your soul and receive my comfort. Each time you lift a prayer of faith, you engage in spiritual battle, wielding a weapon more powerful than any earthly force. Persevere in prayer, refusing to give in to discouragement or the appearance of delays, for your petitions resonate in the heavenly realm. I dispatch my angelic forces at the sound of your heartfelt cries, working on your behalf in ways that will ultimately manifest in the physical world. Stay vigilant, watchful for the signs of my hand at work, and celebrate my answers, both seen and unseen. You are a warrior of prayer, never defenseless, for I fight alongside you. Let praise flow from your lips as often as possible, for it is a declaration of faith that I am worthy, no matter the circumstances. When you choose gratitude and exaltation in adversity, you disarm the enemy's attempts to sow despair and hopelessness. Praise opens your eyes to my nearness, reminding you that I dwell among the praises of my people. Lift your voice in songs of thanksgiving, acknowledging the victories I have already won on your behalf. This posture of worship keeps your spirit buoyant, your heart hopeful, and your mind fixed on the truth that I remain in control. If ever you feel powerless to bring change to situations that break your heart, remember that my strength is made perfect in your weakness, and my grace abounds where human ability falls short. I can accomplish in an instant what mortals toil for years to achieve, and I choose to work through those who humbly seek my will. Stand in the gap with your prayers, acts of compassion, and unwavering faith, knowing that I am the ultimate miracle worker. Give your best, then leave the outcome to me, trusting that I am able to do immeasurably more than you could ask or imagine. You are a living testament of my goodness, and your testimony can shine a beacon of hope for others who stumble in darkness. Share what I have done in your life, how I have mended wounds, provided in times of lack, or guided you when all seemed lost. Let your personal story become a bridge for others to discover my faithfulness, inspiring them to believe that I can do the same for them. Be bold in your declarations, yet humble in your demeanor, for every miracle you've experienced points back to me. Proclaim my goodness and watch how hearts awaken to hope. I want you to see yourself as an overcomer, for I overcame the world on your behalf, and I have given you the victory through my sacrifice. Let this truth sink deep into your identity, informing how you face trials and how you respond to life's setbacks. You are not destined for defeat. You are a conqueror in me, equipped with a love that has power over hatred and a peace that surpasses all understanding. Walk in the authority I have given you, never doubting the security of your standing with me. Lift your head high, for I have transferred my righteousness to you. Know that I treasure moments of silent reflection just as much as your words of praise. Sometimes, it is in the quiet hush of awe that I speak most profoundly to your soul. Let these intervals of stillness be a sacred ground where my spirit can gently sow insights, heal old wounds, and reveal deeper layers of truth. Resist the habit of endless busyness. Instead, embrace rest in my presence, for it is there that you will find renewal. Lean into the silence, for my voice can be heard when you relinquish the noise of the world and tune in to my heartbeat. No valley of depression, despair, or confusion is too deep for my hand to reach, and I am skilled at lifting you out of the darkest pits. You may feel battered by the storms of life, but even in the fiercest tempest, I remain your anchor, unwavering in my commitment to keep you safe. I do not promise a life devoid of challenges, yet I assure you that nothing can separate you from my love. In the midst of the chaos, my peace stands guard over your heart, a peace so profound that it transcends your understanding. Rest in that promise, for it is unbreakable. Look upon your own reflection in the mirror and recognize that you bear my image, a living reminder of my creative masterpiece. Do not belittle yourself or harbor self-hatred, for such thoughts grieve my heart. Instead, grow in the confidence that you are designed with intention and filled with potential. I have bestowed upon you capabilities, talents, and a unique calling, all of which serve to glorify my name when used in alignment with my will. Cherish who you are becoming in me, for I delight in watching you flourish, and I celebrate each step you take toward embracing your true identity. Speak kindly to yourself, just as I speak kindly to you, nurturing the seeds of promise I have planted in your soul. Use your words to declare my blessings, remind yourself of my truths, and affirm the strength you possess through my spirit. Words hold power, and when you echo what I say about you, you build a fortress of faith around your heart, protecting it from toxic lies. Resist self-condemnation and adopt my perspective of grace, for I see in you a cherished son or daughter. Believe in my love for you, and let it shape the conversation you have with your own heart. Never doubt that I have specifically orchestrated your placement in this time and setting for a reason that transcends chance. You are part of a divine blueprint, fulfilling a role that only you can accomplish, touching lives that only you can reach. Let your influence ripple out with kindness, integrity, and faith, trusting that I use even the smallest gestures to accomplish my grand designs. If ever you question your significance, remember that I do not make mistakes, and I have chosen you deliberately. Embrace your place in my story, for it is woven into a tapestry too vast for human understanding. When darkness presses hard against you, threatening to suffocate hope, remember that my light has forever conquered darkness, and that you carry that light within you. Stand against the forces of despair, calling on my name as a banner of victory, and watch how shadows flee. You are never truly without light, for my presence illuminates the darkest corners of your journey. Lean on this reality, and let courage flame in your heart, fueling your resolve to move forward. Shine, for I have placed my radiance in you, and the darkness cannot overcome it. Precious child, the gift of my Holy Spirit dwells within you, bringing wisdom, comfort, and power to navigate life's complexities. Invite my Spirit to guide your conversations, your decisions, and your reactions, so that love and truth flow naturally from you. He will teach you, remind you of my words, and intercede for you with groanings that go beyond human language. You are never alone, for the Spirit's presence ensures a constant link to my heart, revealing mysteries and granting you discernment. Take confidence in this divine companionship, for it is my joy to walk with you in every circumstance. Guard your heart diligently, for from it flows the wellspring of life. Feed it with things that are pure, lovely, and noble, filtering out that which corrodes your spirit. Your heart, aligned with mine, becomes a mighty instrument of change in a world starved for genuine love. When negativity or bitterness threatens to seep in, swiftly bring them before me, allowing my grace to purify your thoughts. Make room for compassion, generosity, and understanding, and see how your inner life blossoms into a garden that attracts others to my presence. Keep watch, dear one, for your heart is precious to me. As you navigate relationships, careers, and responsibilities, remember that life is not a race to accumulate accolades, but a journey of faith and love. Value the people I have placed in your path, learning from them and blessing them with my compassion. Take time to enjoy the simple miracles, a shared meal, a hearty laugh, a stunning sunset, and acknowledge that these moments are tokens of my affection. Pursue excellence with humility, always bearing in mind that your greatest success is measured by the depth of love you have both received from me and poured out on others. Treasure each day, for it is fleeting yet meaningful. Be patient with those who doubt or question your devotion to me, for I can turn even the hardest hearts in my timing. Let your life be a quiet testament of my love, rather than forcing a debate that breeds contention. Consistent kindness often carries more weight than words, gently breaking down defenses and sparking curiosity about my grace. Trust that my Spirit knows the right moments to stir conviction and reveal truth. Continue to love them steadfastly, for love never fails, and in the fullness of time, they may see a reflection of me in your unwavering compassion. My kingdom is established on principles of mercy and justice, and your role includes exemplifying both in your daily conduct. Let mercy temper your judgments and justice spur you to stand against oppression. Reflect my heart by seeking fairness for those who lack a voice, and by extending compassion to those who stumble. Remember, I do not desire empty ritual, but a heart that practices love in tangible ways. Stand firm in righteousness, but always season your actions with mercy, for I am the God who pardons and restores. In this balance, you bear faithful witness to my character. In your solitude, find solace in my nearness, and remember that I inhabit your praises and your prayers alike. You do not need an audience to connect with me, for I am ever present. Pour out your heart without reservation. Study my word as if searching for hidden treasure, and reflect on the wonders of my grace. These private moments strengthen you, sharpening your spiritual senses for when public trials arise. Let solitude be your secret place of nourishment, a well of living water that never runs dry. I see you, even in the quiet, and I cherish the sincerity of your devotion. When bitterness tries to creep into your soul due to injustices or betrayals, swiftly bring it before me. A bitter root will only poison your spirit and hinder the flow of my blessings. Release your grievances into my hands, confident that I am the just judge who weighs every deed and intention. Forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but an emblem of freedom, releasing you from the chains of resentment. Hand over your pains to me, and I will restore peace to your heart. Embrace the power of letting go, for in doing so, you reflect my mercy. Reflect on my word frequently, allowing it to shape your worldview and your responses. Scripture is a living testimony of my character, revealing the depths of my heart through stories, commandments, and promises. Study it diligently, memorize passages that resonate with your spirit, and lean on those truths in moments of trial or temptation. My word is a sword that cuts through deception, clarifying what is of the world and what is of my kingdom. Allow it to dwell richly within you, renewing your mind day by day, molding your thoughts into ones that align with my truth. You do not stand alone when you share the burdens of others, for I am the one who undergirds your efforts with divine strength. Intercessory prayer can be a powerful act of love, binding up brokenness and releasing hope where it seems lost. As you bear one another's burdens, you enact my law of love, demonstrating solidarity in a world prone to isolation. Do not grow weary, for even when results are not immediately visible, I am moving in response to your heartfelt pleas. Keep interceding, keep believing, and know that I multiply the impact of every sincere prayer. Take ownership of your calling as a peacemaker, for blessed are those who sow peace in a world often torn by strife. My peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of harmony, understanding, and sacrificial love. Extend this peace in your relationships, using gentle words to de-escalate tension, offering empathy where misunderstanding grows. Be courageous enough to stand between warring parties, modeling the kind of reconciliation you have received from me. Watch how your efforts plant seeds of my kingdom in even the hardest soil. Peace, when rooted in love, will blossom and bear fruit that glorifies me. I am enthralled by the sincerity of your heart when you serve others, especially when recognition is absent and no applause follows. Such unseen acts of kindness ascend before me like a sweet perfume, reflecting the humility of my Son, who served with utmost compassion. Your labor of love is never wasted, for I see every moment of dedication, every sacrifice made, every tear shed on behalf of someone else's burden. Let your motivation spring from love for me and compassion for those in need. Do not fear anonymity, for I reward faithful hearts, even when the world's spotlight fails to shine. My dear child, let this be etched onto your heart. I love you with a love beyond measure, a love that endures every season of your life. I will never turn away from you, and I have sworn an oath of faithfulness that cannot be broken by any earthly power. My steadfast affection is your anchoring truth, the foundation upon which you can build dreams and weather storms. Cling to this reality, for it is the heartbeat that reverberates through every promise I have made. You are cherished, you are known, and you are held forever in the gentle palm of my hand. I bless you now with my peace that transcends understanding, covering you, your family, and all you hold dear. May you walk forward in the assurance that I am guiding your every step, orchestrating your days with purposeful intention. Do not be anxious about tomorrow, for I have already prepared the path you will tread. Instead, delight in my presence today, surrendering all concerns and opening your heart to receive the grace I freely offer. Go confidently, for I am the one who lights your way, sealing your future with promise. The best is yet to come, and you shall see my goodness.